Listen, I'm going to try to say this with as much love as possible, and I need y'all to hear me. Please remove the spirit of offense, getting upset. Just hear me. When you make the choice to give your life to Jesus Christ, you have to then make the choice to actively seek him. Let's just say, oh, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Actively pray. Actively read your word. Actively worship. Actively just all of that means, all the things, that just means actively be in the presence of the Lord. Actively try to understand who he is, his attributes, his character, finding out the information on your own. I pray that when you receive Christ, that you will have a biblically sound church that you attend, or finding a group that you are a part of that is biblically sound. But this is your relationship with the Lord. Between you and him, you cannot depend on your leaders. You cannot depend on your group. You cannot depend on your mama, your daddy, or anybody else. You have to actively seek the Lord. And when you actively seek him, when you actively pursue him, that's all that means. It's just actively pursuing him, actively trying to figure out, okay, what did I just say yes to? What does that all entail? Okay? Seek the Lord and he will answer, especially when your heart is actively going after him. I promise you, he will show up and he will answer. He'll put you around the right people. He'll send you to the right verses in the Bible. If you don't know where to start, just start anywhere. Say, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to open up the Bible and give me something. Let me tell you, he's going to meet you where you are. And this is just my feelings, but I feel like we are making our walks harder than it needs to be, and we're making it harder than what it already is going to be, because in this life we will have troubles. But if you are actively seeking the Lord, actively yearning and desiring to get to know him for yourself, he will show up, whatever that looks like for you, whether it be at a slow pace. And we know for some of us, the Lord will take you at a speed, right? But as long as you are inviting him in your two relationship, he's going to show up. He's going to show up. We got to stop making excuses on why we may not be as far as we should be, or nobody never taught me nothing. It is your responsibility. This is your relationship. Do I have to come into your marriage and tell you how to have a relationship with your husband or your wife? No, you actively pursue your wife. You actively pursue your husband. You're actively trying to get to know them. Let's just say you're not even at marriage yet and y'all just at y'all talking phase, getting to know each other, courting or whatever. You're actively doing that. So why, when it comes to our relationship with God, we act like we don't know what that means to actively pursue him? You're taking your time to get to know this man or this woman, but you won't take the time to get to know the Lord for yourself. Y'all, at some point, we got to stop gaslighting ourselves. We got to stop. If you want to know the Lord, actively try to get to know him. And if you don't know what that looks like, go before the Lord and say, God, I don't know what actively pursuing you would look like. Like, what does that look like? And I promise y'all, God will show you how y'all two gonna walk this thing out. Not how your pastor did it, not how anybody else, but how y'all two gonna work it out. I hope you hear my heart. Again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to, offend anybody. But if you want to know him, go ahead and get to know him. Nobody's standing in your way but you. Nobody can stand in your way from actively pursuing the Lord but you. If you want to get to know him, get to know him. If you feel like that church is not giving you what you need, if you feel like that group that you're with is not giving you what you need, stop depending on everybody else and find out who the Lord is in your life. Let the Lord show you all of who he is in your life. And I promise you, when you actively pursue him, he will show up, whatever that looks like for y'all too, because it's y'all relationship. It's going to look different for everybody, but all of our responsibility is to actively pursue him. Have a blessed day. I love you. I do.